Check it. Before the record, we break it down. Business podcast, we run this town. Entrepreneurs to investors, we in the
Welcome back to another episode of For the Record. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Hope.
Today, we're back with another banging conversation. What are we talking about?
You ready for this?
Yes, a few
We're going
things.
to talk about Diddy. We're going to talk about Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the hip hop drama. And then today, Sean Kingston home got raided.
Now, I told you about Sean Kingston. I don't know too much about him, but yeah, I think that was yesterday. But
yeah, but I'm just saying, there's so much going on.
Yeah,
so many different, like, okay, with everybody knows what's going on with P Diddy.
Yeah,
I hope they do. It's too much news to not know what's going on around you. But he got hit with another lawsuit yesterday.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning with Puffy. I'm not going to call him Puff no more. His name is Sean.
His name is Sean Combs.
No longer Puffy, Diddy, whatever. He changed the name to Love. But back in November, he got some news shocked the world about him.
Yeah.
And these allegations of trafficking and all that stuff. And, you know, people were like, what? Can you believe it?
And a lot of people didn't want to believe it. It was like immediately there was a split. There was a split with people who say no. And people was like, oh, yeah, he did it.
He did it.
I'm one of those people. Immediately I was like, he did it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Know why?
Why?
He did it. Because, first of all, Epstein came out, right? What's the other guy? Steen. There's so many of them. Weinstein. Cosby.
Yeah.
And all of them was proven guilty.
Right.
All this money, all this power. So because of the record, I said I knew he had did it.
Yeah, and also because of, you know, you hear things from way back when he first came on the scene. You know, from being, when he was a promoter. Yep. To when he was with J-Lo and that whole club incident, and what Shine went to prison. They're saying that Shine actually took the charges for Puff.
Oh, and
for
don't forget
Mr. Combs.
Mr. Combs. And don't forget the victim of that shooting said, I saw who shot me.
Yeah. Yeah. And she said she's willing to have, I guess, fragments removed to prove so.
They can test it.
So it's like, it was no shock, but like you said, people were still on two sides. So, you know, maybe it's true, or yeah, it's true.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what really bothers me about the whole incident with Cassie and Sean Combs is that he kept saying, my reputation is being soiled. The truth is going to come out. And she's a lie. And all these other women that came out and also said, yeah, he's done that to me. He stood his ground and kept saying, no, no, no. And then what happened?
Well,
the video came out.
The video came out. He paid $50,000 for this video, right? So if he paid that much for that video,
why it came back up?
How did it come out? Think about it.
There's so many rumors, so many speculations on one of our friends was saying he believes it's because of the Ciroc company, Dagan, I think they're called. De Leon or something like that. They are mad at him because of a deal they made. So they're releasing all of this. And if that is the case, that makes no sense.
None.
That this is going to be more about business than what actually happened to human beings.
Yeah, I'm of the mind to believe that it has nothing to do with that. You know, again, he paid for this video. They raided his house, in March or February, right? It
was last month.
They took all of these electronics, I guess cameras and whatever else. Who's to say that that video wasn't there? And that's how they got it.
Because he bought it.
Yeah, he bought it. So
and why would you buy the video?
Why would you do that? I mean, everyone now have seen the video. It's horrible. But
why did he buy it?
To cover up his tracks.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't want that to get out. And that was in 2016.
But there's so many people still saying these women mainly and some of these men are after a pay grab. There's proof.
Yeah.
How much more proof do you need that this human being did these awful things to another human being? And then when the apology came out, he didn't even say sorry to Cassie. He just made a blanket statement like, all right, bad boy,
Billionaires busted. But I'm saying, I'm hearing that the reason he didn't like address Cassie by name is because in court documents or some type of agreement that they're not to say each other's name. Oh, so I missed
that part of my research. Okay,
yeah, I mean that's what people are saying. Like,
but he still could have said,
"You know who I'm talking to."
Yes,
yeah,
he could have said to the woman I work these many relationship. Everybody would have caught it. He could have said, "I am sorry. You know who I'm talking to.
Right.
I'm sorry."
Right. And again, those that think it's because of the liquor company, that kind of negates the abuse that he's been doing to these women for so long.
For so long.
And the reason I say he did it because some of them may be out for a payday, maybe, but I can't see all of them just piling on like that. Exactly. And who's to say that all of them are not victims? You get what I'm saying?
I'm understanding exactly what you're saying, because when the allegation came out, it wasn't a liquor company suing P Diddy. No. It was Cassie saying, this is what happened to me. And this is what made the story of what's currently going on in the billionaire bad boy busted lifestyle. He got caught.
Yeah. But can you imagine?
But this was a relationship between him and someone else that he did something to. Yeah. This had nothing to do with business.
No, it is, in my opinion, you're absolutely right. Yeah, not business. But can you imagine a billionaire, right? With in all this legal trouble now. He gotta pay for his lawyers. He's paying off people probably that we don't even know.
That we don't even know.
You know what I'm saying? Because not everything is in the public. You know, he can settle behind closed doors. Yep. You know, he could have probably did that with Cassie.
He did. That was public.
No, what I'm saying is before it even went to court. Oh. You know, he could have easily had his lawyers draft up something to say, I'll give you this $30 million. You can't say a peep. And we wouldn't even know it. Well, you know, what's going on right now, if that's the case.
But that goes back to what I was telling you. I believe she has an incredible legal team.
Yes.
Because why didn't that happen?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Well, it could be that it was presented to him and he was like, no, I ain't going to do that. So,
and then she went ahead. All right.
Because you know the dude cocky.
Very
you know what I'm saying? Very arrogant. Arrogant.
Very much so.
So who's to say, again, we're not there, but these are the things that are keeping people's attention these days.
A lot of it.
You know,
look, I know a whole bunch of it.
Of course.
I know a lot was going on. Even with that beef with, okay, none of these are rappers I listen to. I'm not a Drake fan.
Right.
I'm definitely not a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah.
But that beef that was going on with them too, the battle, and I mean
that went on for like 2 months.
And that didn't make sense because another man apologized for saying something out of term in his heart and his mind that they develop a beef in hip hop. Again,
those that are engaging in this beef, they're not even making the money. The record company is making that money.
Say it again.
Just to keep this war going because everybody tuned in.
Everybody is tuned in.
And it's major distractions in everyone's life. They don't even know it. We don't even know that we're being distracted.
We don't?
No. Do we know that we've been distracted?
I mean, if you're being conscious of, if you stay awake and not woke, you'll know when you're being distracted.
Yeah.
But
this episode of For the Record is brought to you by The Boss Move, your content concierge.
But all of this to say, what's the word you said earlier?
Distractions.
Distractions.
Major distractions. I mean, there's so many things that we can be concerned about. But again, we grew up on rap, hip hop, bad boy. You know, that was the time we were in like college and high school, graduating. This is the music that we grew up on. Of course, we're going to be, concerned.
Very much so.
But for someone to fall from grace, I mean, just last year they gave Diddy, I'm back to Diddy, a key to the city.
Mayor Adams.
Diddy run the city, and look what this.
Diddy ran the city into the ground.
Exactly. I mean, to right now, no one wants to be associated with him. He lost Peloton. Peloton took his music.
I love it.
From the platform. I'm talking about the entire Bad Boy catalog.
Everything. Shout out to Peloton for taking a stance. I don't know if he did it yet, but the mayor of New York said he thinking about taking the key back.
Yeah, but he also said we've never rescinded a key before, so I doubt it.
Yeah,
you know, they've never done that before.
They're not going to take a stance. Nah. It is New York.
What are they going to call them and say, hey, we need that. We need that key back.
Due to your behavior, this is not what New York represents. But because we know what New York represents and has been lately, we'll leave them alone. Who else rescind? Who else disconnected from Bad Boy? I know you said it was Peloton.
Yeah, I mean, he had some other deals in the works, even for like a documentary or something. Okay. Some type of special he had in the mix.
And they pulled it.
They pulled that.
Hey, do y'all agree with that? I agree. Do you agree that if a company or a brand does something that's outside the realms of what you believe in, your belief system, and even the laws of the land, do you believe that you should take a stand and back out, pull your support? I mean, we've seen a lot of other companies do that for LGBTQI.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're a brand and you're attached to somebody else and their reputation is flawed or becoming bad, of course you need to distance yourself from that. Yeah. And if you don't, they could take you down with them.
Because later down the line, when they start digging and these court things, they're going to look at everybody and how they were connected. Oh my gosh, look at us. See, we are so engrossed in Diddy still. We don't realize it's a distraction.
Major distraction.
We can sit here and talk about it all day.
For real. But it's also other things that's going on, especially as entrepreneurs, that we need to be concerned about.
Can I tell them? Have you all heard of the CBDC? CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency.
With this legislation, we're going to stop unelected bureaucrats in the Biden administration from using a central bank digital currency, again, a CBDC, that threatens to destroy the American way of life. CBDCs are a digital form of sovereign currency designed, issued, and monitored by the federal government. In short, a CBDC is a government-controlled, programmable money that, if not designed to be just like cash, open, permissionless, and private with a capital P, it not only could, it will give the federal government significant transaction level data on individuals and the ability to suppress politically unpopular activity. It's naive to believe that your government will not weaponize the tools that it has to control you.
I'm going to give y'all some information because I had to dig into this. We saw a short little clip, I believe, about it. But what it is, a central banking digital currency, is a money that the government gives us and that they can also track. Okay, so let me give you some facts.
So this is outside of Congress.
This is outside of Congress. All right. So Tom Emmer, he is the majority whip. He's in Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a Republican.
He brought the bill, and he named it actually CBDC Anti-Surveillance Act of 2023 because he realized it's the government-controlled programmable money. How do you program money?
Okay. Right? All right.
And so what it will do, it have the ability to surveil Americans' transactions and choke out politically unpopular activity. What does that mean? If that was to pass and the government created this programmable money, they can watch everything we do. They could stop what they don't like we're doing. And they could rate us and decide what group we belong in. Are you poor? Are you rich? Are you middle class? That it doesn't even stop there. What does your purchases align with, and does the government agree with you?
Yeah, and that's a dangerous thing because now if you don't agree with something politically, or if you are aligned with some opposition of it don't have to be political. It could be business transaction. You can be cut off.
What you eat,
they monitor that and they give you this social scoring, right?
Where did it start?
It started in China. And anything from China, you know, it's not good.
Thank you. China is a communist country.
Yeah. Why
do we want to copy anything from a communist country?
Yeah. And what it does is, okay, let's say this is a scenario. Let's say, for instance, I have this digital asset, right? This issued by the government. So every time that I buy something,
anything,
or anytime that I receive something, money, I'm talking about money, they know it.
Every transaction.
Yeah. So let's say I go to 7-Eleven to get gas. Oh, he got gas.
He got gas.
Oh, he went inside and got a Gatorade or something. Now later that day, let's say we go out to dinner. Oh, they're a vegan restaurant. You know, oh, they're vegan. So we got to watch them because they took a stance on something. You know, or you might, you know, be watching something on TV and you purchase something from Amazon Netflix, or whatever. Yeah, a movie. Let's say a movie. It's tracked. Everything is tracked. Now, they saying it's for the future because what you said earlier, you was doing some research. You told me about Maxine Waters.
Yes.
How she's saying that she
said if we don't let this bill pass or become law, we will be the only country in the world to ban a central banking digital currency, prohibiting innovation. On what?
But I'm saying, why would anyone want to be tracked? And what type of innovation? The United States, we are the world.
We're the superpower.
We're the superpower.
Like
so
that. Say that again.
We are the world.
And we are the future, not the children. We're the future. We tell other countries what they should be doing.
Yeah, we all in other people's business. But what I'm saying is, why would anybody be for that? I don't care. It's about control. It's about control. And if as business owners, how would that affect us? It will affect us big time. I mean, you cannot buy or sell really without the government in your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with being accountable on your own. That's what I'm saying. Without somebody, you know, like telling you what to do,
what you can eat, how much, where you can go, how long you can stay, who you can hang out with. I mean, like, I don't want anybody telling me how to live my life unless you're Jesus Christ. I mean, could you imagine that though? Could you imagine someone coming to thebossmove.com and booking and the government go, oh, hey, they got to sell.
Yeah.
That's how deep this would go.
That's how deep it will go.
Every single monetary financial transaction will be okay. I know some of y'all saying, oh, they already doing that. Not on this level.
So in Canada, remember what happened in Canada with the truckers?
They cut those men, the truckers. I shouldn't say men. I'm sorry. They cut the truckers. They froze their bank accounts.
They froze the bank because they was protesting.
They were and because they didn't agree with they froze their accounts. When you ever heard of that?
We've already seen examples of foreign governments weaponizing their financial system against their citizens. In China, the Communist Party actually has the digital yuan that is being used to monitor its citizens, and they are building social scores based on behaviors. Again, that's an anti-American approach. Close to home, in the Western Hemisphere, Canada froze the bank accounts of hundreds of truckers protesting the vaccine mandate in 2022.
When you ever heard of that in America?
That's not America. That's not in America.
That's what I'm saying.
That was Canada.
It's not America, but that's what they're trying to bring to America.
Right.
But guess what happened? Shout out to Tom Emmer.
Yeah.
He did his work. He's a majority whip. He went and got the majority. It was a vote of 216 to 192. Not big margins, but big enough. That will he had it banned. It will prohibit the Federal Reserve from issuing a surveillance-style central bank digital currency, because that would give the federal government, right, the ability to monitor and control individual American spending habits. They're not even looking at you as a whole family. Each person, every single individual.
Yeah, I mean, it's already too much government, right? It's too much government right now, and you're telling me that there's actually a bill tried to introduce even more government intervention in your personal lives. If we are not waking up from distractions. I mean, unnecessary distractions. Yeah, we concerned about Bad Boy and Diddy. You know, that's drama.
That's drama.
That's drama. That's a television series. You know, just right before your eyes. In real life.
Yeah.
But what about when we go home? When we go home, we purchase, you know, things for our household, our family. Do you want that to be tracked?
No.
Do you want people to be involved? Not people, strangers to be involved in everything. You buy underwear.
Yep.
Everywhere she goes, Oh Young Hallyu is followed. What she buys, how she behaves, is tracked and scored to show how responsible and trustworthy she is. It's called the social credit system, and in one version now being tested, a person's reputation is scored on a scale of 350 to 950. And Hallyu, with a good score of 752, is okay with it. In fact, most people are.
They know what I bought, what kind, what store I went to, what time of the day it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Let me say this about government involvement. Okay. Do we need government? We need government.
We need limited government.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, limited. For certain things.
For only certain things, right? When we talk about what we just did about distractions, a lot of them are to keep us distracted from what's going on in government because they're the ones that make the laws. And it's important for us to know what's going on. We can't sit by idly and be like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I got my business, forget that. But whoever's in leadership, they're making the laws that will affect us as entrepreneurs. Yeah. And this central banking digital currency, listen, y'all go find out what it is. Keep track of what they're doing. It's banned for now, but that doesn't mean they won't bring it back.
Oh, believe
to the floor again, because they're fighting.
They're going to reintroduce it.
Oh yeah, there's so many people fighting. They want it. They want it here in America. But I don't want to be distracted anymore with what's going on in entertainment. If it's not going to help me in business, does that make sense?
Oh, it makes I'm gonna say hell of a lot of sense. It does.
So I'm admonishing all of us, the viewers, myself, Dwayne. I'm admonishing all of us to not be so distracted about what's going on in entertainment, because that's how they keep us distracted. Because it's entertainment, they know we're gonna watch it, good or bad. We're entertained,
of course, and
that is one of the biggest smoke screens, one of the biggest distractions there is today. Entertainment. And here we see everybody in entertainment going down.
Don't it seem that way?
It does.
I mean, like Bill Cosby. Firstly, OJ was, like I said, OJ, that was a shock.
OJ lit the fire.
He lit the fire. And then you got Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. I mean, now
Diddy.
Sean Combs.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Bad Boy himself.
But that's a lot. That's a lot of us that you're talking about. That's a lot of us.
A lot of others.
Others they go away. But I'm saying there's a lot of us that have this money and power that could change the world, that can change the community,
the culture.
And look what happened. So I don't agree with being woke. I stay awake. So stay awake. I'm not woke. I stay awake.
So how can we combat some of this distraction as entrepreneurs?
Don't watch it.
It's hard to do that. I mean, it's on every radio station, every YouTube.
Don't watch it all. What I'm saying is find out what the facts that you want to know and move on, and see if those situations can help the business, your business, or will it hurt your business? What can we learn from all of these different allegations from different people? What can we learn from what we just shared about the digital central banking digital currency? That's how we use distractions. Find out how we can implement it in a positive way for our business and our brand.
Yeah, I agree because it's almost hard to not see it. It is hard to not see it, but when you do, don't invest so much into it, because there's so many videos about it that's true and not true. You know, as time go on, things will become, you know, less talked about.
Right.
But believe me, when something important is about to happen, something big is going to distract it.
Yeah, the media gonna
Yeah,
come.
that's what I'm saying. Like, with something important that we need to know,
we need to know
is about to happen. Here comes some foolishness, is what I'm getting at.
And we caught it. Thank God we caught Central Banking Digital Currencies.
So just imagine if that had passed. And while we're around here watching Diddy and the rap beef and Marjorie Taylor Greene foolishness,
sitting on there making all these comments and sharing their videos.
And you know what else? One thing else about, I don't know if it's society or the time we're living in. This TikTok. Remember how people are so upset about TikTok?
Yes.
And you know if it's being banned or not. TikTok is banned in China.
But we use it here in America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's banned in China. The company, the people who made it. Why is that? And I mean, that's not the only. It's banned in like 11 other countries. But we are up in arms over it.
Why? Why do you think? What's your opinion on it?
Entertainment.
Do we still use TikTok?
Yeah, we use TikTok for business.
I was going to say, can it be used for business?
Yes.
Yes.
But let me just say the part about the concerns, I am concerned about it, because if it's banned in a place where it was created, then what are we doing with it?
I'm going to do some research. We're going to do some research on that. We're going to come back with some more information about TikTok, because now you got me really thinking. I know we know a little bit, but like you said, we should be concerned. It's banned in China, but we're still using it for marketing. So what does that mean for us as business owners, that we're using a platform that has been banned in the very country that made it? And
then again, where did this social scoring come from? China. But TikTok, China, social scoring. Ooh. I mean, they're gathering all of this information. That's what I'm saying. We're distracted by something that we get on and play with. We just playing with the app. Go back to one of our podcasts, tool or toy. That's what I'm saying. We're using it as a tool. Yes. Sometimes we do toy around with it, but mainly for a tool. It's mainly for a tool. But all I'm saying is, like, just think about it. It makes no sense. Banned there, but we're fighting for it. We've been using it. Yeah. We want it to be an American platform. How do you disconnect that from China? So is the president saying that he's going to get all the rights from China? They're going to sign everything away to the United States. They're going to have no handprint on it ever again. In my opinion, I think China already got what they need. Yep. Because we've been on TikTok. When I say we, everyone has been on TikTok for a while. Yeah. For a while. And it's these trends. That's, you see these dances. Yep. Challenges, whatever. Gathering information. Now I'm sitting over here like thinking. I got my thinking like, I need to do some more research on this. Like, for real. But what all I'm saying is, like, the things that distract us, we gotta be careful of things that distract us. And social media is one of them. Media is one of them. Yep. Music, some music. Yeah, is one of them. All of these mediums are. I like what you said, all these mediums. So media, even the news media, you got to be careful what you watch in the news too. They'll keep you distracted. Oh yeah, with fake news. Yes, fake news. So we just, concerned as business owners, not just for ourselves, but for others as well. Because we talk to a lot of business owners, and we all have the same challenges. Yep. Same concerns, but we have to stay the course. Yes. Can't be distracted. So to all of the entrepreneurs, business owners out there, send us some articles that you're reading. Send us some videos that you've watched that help us stay awake as business owners, that can help us grow as a brand. Yep. Yeah. And don't fall for these distractions, because your business depends on you staying focused. I'm saying, because you can sit down and watch. We saw this documentary the other night about what was it called? The Rise and Fall. Yeah, the Rise and Fall. A whole hour and something out of our time. We already knew everything that they showed us, but it was so interesting. We wanted to watch another hour and 20 minutes of someone else's opinion and facts of what's going on. Yep. They did a good job. It was facts, but what I'm saying, we spent an hour and 20 when we had pretty much all the information we needed. Entertainment is entertaining. That's why they call it that. But we have to be careful, as you said, not to let it become a full-time distraction. That's right. That's all I got. Anything else you want to talk about?
You know what I'm going to say?
What's that?
Let's support each other more in 2024. Please leave a like, a love, a comment, subscribe, share these videos. We are here to give you information and share what we're learning and what we do. And we want you to do the same with us.
That's right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you next time on For the Record.
Later.
We in the zone, sharing knowledge, making moves. We a microphone. For the record, we got the facts. For the record, we run the tracks. We in the business, no time to play.
Thanks for watching.
For the record, podcast all day.